Hi, this is Retta, and I had a request to show how I did the oval frame in Silhouette instead of Cricut. And I do know how to do it. It's been a long time since I worked with this program. So if I do something that is now easier to do with a different version, great, let me know. I do have the Silhouette Business Edition. I've had it for a long time. I just don't have a chance to use it very often. So right now I'm going to File, Open, and I want to open the 06 May 2015 Label Oval with Border number 1. It's in the element pack for the Cascading Fuchsia. So I'm going to hit that, hit OK. Now, you'll notice this is set up for portrait. I do have a portrait. I don't have a Cameo 5, but you can do the same thing as I'm going to do with the portrait. Now, I need to tell him I have a portrait, and mine's an old portrait. So I'm going to go down here and pick this. And then right here is where you have your registration marks. Okay, I want them on. So you see them on now. Now see these lines here, these black lines? You have to use this would be entirely too big of a print and cut. I need to change the size of this to fit within that black line there and that black line all the way up there so that it doesn't just cut out part of it. So I'm going to go over here to this option and see right here, it aligns things and stuff. But I want to go to this particular tab, which is a scale tab. And this is where if you select your item and right now it's at 100%, I could do percentages, or down here it says the size and it's locked so that it will maintain the proportions it's in, even if I change the width or the length. I'm going to change the width to 3.1 and hit apply. Now see, now it's really small. I want it a little bigger than that. I want it to go within the black lines here. Let's make it 4.5. Let's see if that fits. Hit apply. Okay. Now you see that it just fits within the parameters of the scale. This red line lines up with the black, and this red line lines up with this black. So I am within both red lines, so that works. Now, I know that's going to fit for print and cut, and I could send this to print and cut, but I want to alter this a little bit before I do that. So I'm going to go over here to the shapes, and I'm going to pick the oval here. Now you notice I picked it, but nothing popped up. In Cricut, a shape pops up and you just adjust the size. In this program, you draw it. I just click one corner and I pull it down until I have about the size I want. I know this is probably too big, but I want to show you something. It would still cut this out of this, but you lose part of your lace frame. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I want to center this. I know that sounds funny, but if I change it after I center it, it should still be centered. Okay. So I centered it. Now I'm going to go back to scale. I'm going to just pick the shape. And see, it says 3.75. Let's try 3. Tab, apply. Oh, it's too small now. We need to make it a little bit bigger. 3.25. I kind of guessed because honestly, ovals are all different. They can be long and skinny, and they can be fat, and they can be fat in places and not others. But this okay, 3.5 is just about right to fit in there. Yours might be different because you have a cameo and you're cutting a bigger frame. But right now I'm selecting both of those. I'm going back to the alignment. I'm going to hit center. And notice there's a little white edge around there. That's fine with me. I don't mind leaving that in. And then I'm going to go over here, turn that off. I'm going to go over here to modify, open the modify panel. And modify is like the weld and the subtract all and divide and all of that that you can do and crop. We just want subtract here. We've got both of our pieces. We're going to hit subtract. And guess what happened? We now have a frame that has a transparent inside. Isn't that wonderful? That's exactly what we wanted. Now, for the piece behind it, Emmylou made a cut mat. We filled it with a pattern in Cricut. I am not sure how to add a pattern to the library here. In fact, they've been having trouble. I can't even load my other libraries. So we're just going to open the offset pattern. It's like a star with a little frame around it. And we want an offset. Okay. We hit offset and look, there's red lines there. That's offsetting that frame already. And it's about 0.095. So it's real close to an inch. I don't like it quite that big. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I think that's about right. So mine is 0.085. It has a rounded corners, and all I have to do is hit apply. Now that's done. Now, this is a print and cut, so we're going to use the registration marks. If we could fill this with a pattern, and I know you can, I just am not sure like here's pattern fill. I'm not sure how to get the green in there that I want, but I can fill this with a green pattern that's similar. I could pick this one. Just a minute. This one right here. Okay, but I have to choose this first. Okay, now I'm going to choose to make it green. That's close to what Emmylou wanted. There's a way to enter more patterns in here. I'm just not aware of how to do them. You could make it any pattern you want, and it would become a print and cut as well as this one. Okay, if you fill it with a pattern to print it, then it will be a print and cut. If you choose to just go with a color from a solid color, you can then use this to put through on your machine and use your own paper and just cut out of whichever paper you want. So this becomes a cut file with just a color in it. Now, could you print that? Probably, if you set it up to do it just like this with the registration marks. But notice that since this is a offset, it is slightly bigger than our frame. So there's a little part of it that's sticking over where it will cut or won't cut. Now, some people go ahead and cut it out that way in a print and cut, and then just use their scissors to cut the rest of it out, because it's not that big of an overlap. But if you didn't want to, you could put these two items together and change their size. okay? I'm going to leave the print and cut pattern on. And let's see here if I can see any more greens. Right now, those are the only two real greens I see. I'm going to leave it that one. So this now becomes a print and cut with this, and you're ready to go. Now, I will tell you, I haven't got my Cameo set up, so I can't show you all the steps for cutting, but someone else might. And I hope this helps you. I hope it helps you create even more and find out just how versatile your software is. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.